You can only get the Timelost Corrective measure by completing the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. The challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass changes every weekly reset, and the reward is a different Timelost raid weapon when completing a different challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. Every challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass already has a set Timelost raid weapon that would drop as the reward when completing that challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. What I mean by this is take the Timelost Corrective measure. It only drops as a reward when you complete the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. Another example is that the Timelost Fatebringer only drops when you complete the Templar challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. The ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass has the same mechanics as if you were doing the ATN challenge in Legend Mode Vault of Glass. The difference between the challenges is that in Master Mode Vault of Glass, it has Overlord and Barrier champions with a champion's mob modifier which contains additional champions. But when you're doing the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass, only Barrier champions spawn, but the Barrier champions won't give you any trouble when doing the ATN challenge in Master Mode. If you'd rather not take any chances in having Barrier champions giving you trouble, I suggest having a mod that deals with Barrier champions. Another difference is that in Master Mode Vault of Glass, the recommended power is 1350, meaning that if you and your fire team are not 1350 power or close to 1350 power, then you will have a very difficult time in completing the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. Another difference is that Master Mode Vault of Glass has a lot more modifiers than Legend Mode, which only means that it will be more difficult to complete the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass than in Legend Mode Vault of Glass. If you have 3 characters, then you can only get the Timelost Corrective measure 3 times for the week that the ATN challenge is the challenge for Master Mode Vault of Glass. This is because if you go to Vault of Glass, you'll see that the third bullet point says weekly reward, meaning that you can only get the Timelost Corrective measure once per week per character. Bungie made it this way so you won't be able to get the Timelost Corrective measure over and over again, which means that if you don't get the weapon perks that you want for the Timelost Corrective measure out of the 3 chances, then you will have to wait until the ATN challenge is back in rotation in Master Mode Vault of Glass and complete the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass to get another 3 chances to try and get the weapon perks that you want for the Timelost Corrective measure. When you do get a Timelost Corrective measure, you'll notice a few differences compared to the normal version of the corrective measure. You'll notice that the Timelost Corrective measure has 8 perks compared to the normal version of the corrective measure, which only has 6 perks. You also notice that if you go to the weapon mod for the Timelost Corrective measure, and if you have Adept weapon mods, you can apply Adept weapon mods to the Timelost Corrective measure, which if you go to the weapon mod in the normal version of the corrective measure, you'll see that even if you have Adept weapon mod, you won't be able to apply Adept weapon mods to the normal version of the corrective measure. You'll also notice that the Timelost Corrective measure looks different compared to the normal version of the corrective measure. The Timelost Corrective measure has a bluish greenish with a gray color, while the normal version of the corrective measure has a purple with a gold color. If you go to the Vault of Glass and if you read the first bullet point, it says Fireteam 6 players, meaning that you need a total of 6 players to do and complete the Vault of Glass. More so if you're planning to do and complete the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. You can try to do it without 6 players, but I recommend not to because it will be even more difficult to complete the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. Master Mode Vault of Glass has matchmaking on, which means that the game would not pair you up with other players to help you do the challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. You will have to go and find those players yourself, but do not worry because the next part of the video shows how you can get other players to help you do the ATN challenge in Master Mode Vault of Glass. Once you get a fire team to help you do the ADN challenge in master mode, Vault of Glass, open director, go to destination, go to legend, select Vault of Glass, where it says legend, select it, select master mode, and you're going to launch master mode Vault of Glass. Good luck in completing the ADN challenge in master mode Vault of Glass, and hopefully you get the weapon perks that you want for the Timelost Corrective measure. Oh, nice job, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Master ADN done.
Confession time.
Let's go.
Anyway.
Corrective measure time loss.